And happy Friday. Happy cocktails and cards. And I have a very appropriate bundle to be working with today. Totally 100% celebratory sips and the stamp set cheers and sips. So I'm Lori LaRose. I have Active Stamping here on Facebook. Hello. As well as now going over to YouTube. So Facebook announced several weeks ago that they were only holding the lives for like 30 days. So a whole bunch of us now just know that YouTube is a new channel to go to. Not for the lives yet, not for the lives yet. And I do say yet because I'm not sure where Facebook's going. But at this point, most of us are moving all of our videos over to there. So if that's a more fun channel for you to watch things on, several stamping people are loading their channels. Let's go with that. Make sure that you subscribe so that you make sure you get the reminder. Hello, Lori's on. Or what you'll get is a thing saying Lori posted a new video. Currently, I am downloading a whole bunch of videos from a long time ago. I am hoping to put enough of a description in that they'll make some sense. And actually, I was looking at the little dashboard. It's kind of fun because it actually kind of shows, sometimes it's just me, but sometimes it's the card, a section of the card, so then it gives you a good idea. And I have thumbnailed all of the cards, so that's kind of cool. So my husband's just coming home. He walked to the golf course today, so we are about a good 40 minutes walk from the golf course. I live on a farm in Rocky Mountain House, and our farm borders the golf course, kind of, but like way back there. And so he has chosen to walk today because it was beautiful here in Rocky Mountain House. Hi, Alexina. Hi, Sharon. How you doing? All right, I'm going to pop you down. And I did, like I said, I closed the door because I figured he'd be coming. Did you enjoy the sunshine today, Sharon? It was warm and beautiful here. I'm following a funny girl, just started a couple days ago. And what was the funny thing that she said? She was talking about, she was in a bathing suit, like a bikini, and she's like, this body deserves to be in a bikini. This body made a human being. This body is, and it was all about, hey, let's love ourselves a little bit. And I'm all about loving ourselves. So I thought that was awesome. Hey, Keisha. All right, here we go. Down. Desk is remaining okay. That's a decent thing. And do that. You see some of the stuff that I've been making. Kind of fun. I'll leave it at about like that. Okay. I said Keisha, I think, hi. And oh, nice. It was hot. So I was golfing with a couple different people today that I did not know. Got to meet a couple new people, which was fun. I also had kind of wanted to just go and play by myself. But anyways, I paired up with a couple people and that was sort of fun too. All right, so we're going to do cheers and sips. I had a lovely espresso martini last night. And I always call them espresso martinis. And then I'm always like, when I go to serve them, I'm like, oh, well, perhaps I should call them Olay martinis, because I put, and I was thinking last night, I could have added some apricot brandy or something. I think I saw that one time, but I added some Desaroni, I think it's called. So on Friday nights, we do cocktails and cards, and that's why this is kind of fun. I'm actually going to look in this paper for half a second. I haven't even opened it, actually. What is up with that? So we have a last couple days, lots of news to tell you while I'm coloring. I'm going to color some cups. So cheers and sips. This is going to be a new online exclusive available, not until May 5th, but on May 5th it'll be available. And it is super fun. It's a super fun bundle. So I will just explore it for 5 seconds. And I really not sure why I haven't even taken a peek at this, except that I just love this page so much. So maybe I didn't want to spoil how fabulous it was. Who knows? Hey, Vicky. It comes with a stamp set. This one's regular sizes. And I was looking at this today and I was thinking, oh, so a lot of times we can take our glasses or teacups or jars and we can add a jar for sure. We can add stuff to it. My husband has his US Open and his blue shirt that I had to go hug two different men on the golf course today, thinking they might have been Carrie, but were they? No, they were not Carrie. One was my cousin and one was kind of a cousin. He thinks my dad was his dad or a stand-in. No, that was a whole. I didn't hug him. Everett and Lloyd were riding together.
Oh,
so
Zuper said you were out with a bunch of 90-year-olds.
Yeah, it was good. I had a good golf round.
Okay.
Zuber missed playing with me by that much. I told him by that much. Actually, I think he was in a four. There was 4 in his group, is what I'm trying to say. All right. Now he steered me off. Oh, putting flowers in. And then I was kind of laughing because there's already some celery, a little rosemary for those. I think more so virgin cocktails. I don't know if there's any cocktails. So tonight is our night to drink. If you are a drinker, you should definitely go and pull up a whatever I'm trying to say. Pull up a shaker and have some stuff. We were playing around. I was having so much fun this week. This is a fun card. Vellum was a little bit interesting. This is the card that we did end up making the other day, and it definitely is staying intact. So this was the alternative. It's quite a bit thinner than a vellum, but it does the same sort of softening of and it wasn't like it was an overly loud paper, but it softens it. It adds another layer. It grounds it again in another way. I kind of liked it. It's wax paper. So there that is. And then there was all sorts of different. So vellum was yesterday's ABCs. I did not put that over on the YouTube channel yet. Honestly, I was kind of quiet yesterday. So it was weird because although I'm all about busting our stash, I'll just thumb through this as we go. I'm all about busting our stash, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but ooh, look how pretty that is. But if you seriously are brand new and have never had something, it's hard too. Whereas some of the stuff, I might use older butterflies, say, but there's still a butterfly you could buy. Oh, look how fun this is. Okay, so now I have to pause for a second and see what kind of dies there are. So I got this set a couple weeks ago, and I thought, I'm not going to pull it out yet because you guys can't buy it. And there's plenty of alternatives or options or ideas out there already. I thought you need to see what you need to play with first and whatnot. So right this very second, there is shopping extravaganza going on. So if you order things today, you get double rewards. So if you order $70 instead of getting $7 to play with, again, another order down the road, you would get $14. Woo-woo! So, but you can't order the set. So see, this is why it's hard to show a set until you're ready to do it. Okay, what I'm curious is, are these cutouts? I'm going to assume to some degree. So yes, interesting because they definitely made them fat enough so that you get your whole idea. Well, that's pretty. Okay, so a whole sheet of drinks ready to go. Fancy. This is a neat texture. This looks like it could be a Tupperware texture. So one of my girlfriends, Betty, is a Tupperware lady, and she started Tupperware about the same time as I started Stampin' Up. A couple years less, but not very many. And by the time I was moving to Rocky, she was definitely in. So I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 23 years. And backside of this one, this is a win-win. So there's nothing wrong with this B-side, but yay, if I just want to make drinks galore, I'm not like, oh man, I have to cut up the best piece. This is a fun piece, but this is a great piece. This is interesting because this is interesting enough. That's the same die. Look, that'll be fun. So I'm not going to totally explore tonight. I think I'm going to make a card. Love this. Now, are these the right size too? I'm going to guess. Yes. A little bit of a something nice, and obviously so now this will be interesting though, because when I go to cut these out the piece will fall off, obviously. So yes, they're die cuttable, and no, they're not. Now I can show you, so twofold. On this one, a little tiny bit less, but I will show you a little cheater if you remember, and I should show you down the road instead. But you're able to layer. So I'll do it with one of these guys just so. But if I cut this like this, and I'll check the die, but yeah, I'm thinking, am I doing this right? Yes, I am. I cut around this and get close to this guy. So this isn't a great example, right? But, and then I should be able to come in here. So my allergies are like at their height. Yay, so lucky. Then you can lay this over top and down. This is not a great example. I'm gonna do this fuller one so you can see a full one. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Oh, what's on the back side of this before I get going? Again, yay, don't mind that back side. Probably won't use it as much as this front side. Like, okay, probably won't use it at all, except for a little sliver or pinch. Okay, so the bottom part of this isn't gonna work out, but that's okay. So we come along here. I think we do have to cut the full of that out. And then I can come back and fussy cut this a little bit. But if I cut right into here, now you'll see. You get what I'm laying down? So now, if you can pretend that there's a whole one of these guys, right? I am able to match him up and cut that out, and I still have that sprig. So it cuts the big part of it, and it cuts that out. And then, voila, there'll be this lovely piece, all cut out, and there'll be the drink. Does that make sense? So fear not that these are like that when I say that. The same with the umbrella. I can just cut around that and totally. And I maybe will show you one more time. And I will show you, that'll be every card I make like that. You'll see me do that. But I was planning on coloring today, but maybe I will just cut some. Ooh. Okay, this is that new, I'm just looking what this is. What are these little tiny, like little tiny, tiny, tiny roses? I can't really see what they are. Sea sky, sea something. Dark. That's what I know. It's a very, very dark blue. A very black blue. And that's those two together. Look at all those garnishes. So this totally... Okay, this would be where a piece of vellum would come in handy. You could lay a piece of vellum over top of this piece, to refer back to the yesterday. And then when you lay this over, you've got the calmness of this. So what's on the back side of this guy? Oh, that crazy black stuff. Okay, I'm going to cut a little piece of this just so you to see. Because now that I got people watching, and I know I didn't do my best job with the vellum yesterday. So my husband got some, a few new irons for Christmas, and he finally bought them. And I think he's kind of excited. He probably wanted to share with me. The irons worked really good. Okay, so very busy. Can't just have your cocktail on there. But look at, if you lay this over and then you bring in your cocktail, all of a sudden it's like, it has something to land on. See? So, and yet you're not losing all of that fabulous behind there. So that's where vellum is fantastic. And the last piece, I think, fun. Okay, I love both sides of this one. But that's okay. Because they're both kind of neutral. So I can deal with that. And I do love this one. But I love this one. And I love this one. And so I have two of those. And I have this. So I am doing a paper share. If you are interested, touch base with me. I'm doing quite a limited one. Quarter share for, depending on how many more people do it. So I will have to sort of tell you. If I get enough people, I will do a $32 share. If I don't get quite enough people, I'm not buying one of the sets for myself. How does that sound? I have enough of one kind. So, so then I'm doing a $25 share. So let me know if that's something, plus some shipping, if that's something that you'd like to do. It's not a very big share. Quarter pieces of, oh, this half of each piece in the pack gives you a quarter share and gives you a nice sampling of the ones that you'd like yourself. How does that sound? If you don't have a Canadian demonstrator and you would like to stamp with me and play with me, I would love to help you. And I have really good ideas of what you should and shouldn't buy. Do you like how I also have ideas that you shouldn't buy? Isn't that nice? Okay, this must be for, oh yeah, the orange and oh, the olive. So all sorts of cool garnishes and cutouts for them all. And I kind of like the idea that I actually have a little garden set here. These 4 pieces could be in a garden. Little umbrella for a tropical look, not just for with the drinks, but also just on a beach. Hey, this is a fun little die. And then a skewer with cherries or olives, 2 or 3 olives on there. Okay, so those are fun. All right, let's stamp. Let's stamp. Okay, so I went to our Northern Crossing Theater, it's called, and these are so fun. That was really not these are a nice size. This is a really nice size. Went to Northern Crossing, it's called. It is our community theater here in town, and had a, interesting, I'm not sure. This could be, like from your point of view, it would look like it would be a straw, but if you look at it, it's literally just a line. So kind of a straw, but not at all. That's totally what is totally missing from this is a straw. And I guess you could do 2 of those to make a straw. See how that goes. And a fun cheers. Now I feel very lucky because I'm 23 years, I have a cheers die from quite a few years ago. And so I will be using that with this set as well. You'll see me using that. And you're like, are you just teasing us? Yes, I am. Okay, usually it's nice to stamp with photopolymer on a little tiny bit of foam. But when it's just an outline stamp, it's not quite as important. Oh, that is really fun. If you are wondering what ink pad I'm using, where did I get that from? There is a quick little reel on it. It is and this would be a great thing also to buy during this double rewards days. So tomorrow and today are the last couple days, or the only 2 days that there was that going on. But to order up, it's a black Memento ink refill and the white craft pad. And I have to tell you that in this case, the image that you get, it's really bizarro to me. The image is actually crisper than I can even imagine. I don't mind felt pads. This one is a foam pad, but the original Black Memento is actually, sorry, I'm just seeing how this works with as a straw. The original, yeah, you can totally make a straw, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe in case you were making boba tea or something, I don't know, but it totally can become a straw. It's not going to be a very long straw, of course. And I'm thinking it's sort of, honestly, I think it's to put underneath the words, like celebrate, you know? Well, if I did that confidently. Oh, right, put it down and do it, Lori. It'll just wipe off. Right? Like I kind of, I'm not sure what this is for. Anyways, and then you just put very little. Can you see that that's very white? The foam pad is still white. I did it totally and only because my fingers got dirty all the time when I was stamping with my black ink. This is not the ink pad, but it would be like this. And as you put this in and out, you kept hitting it. The Versamark I've never noticed. It never has been. The Versamark's never was as messy, but my black was always messy and I'd always get my fingers. So I was super keen when I saw this as an idea to do. And I'm going to color with boho. So I need a little bit of dark. I am going to do light actually first. I'm going to do it. I like the idea that on some, so obviously if I was cutting out that paper, it was a full right to the edges. But I also saw, and it must be from here, there also is a kit. And there's a sticker kit. And I think that's what we call it. Oh yeah, see here? Well, okay, so like at the bottom and around there. And I think some of the stickers, so they don't go right up to the line. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Some of them do, some don't. So I'm going to go with that kind of a look and see how that goes. I'm thinking this might bring in a little bit of fun with a little resist. But anyway, so I am going to go a little bit like this. And the idea of this, even the sketchiness of that, is that you don't get too overwrought with the coloring. And then I think I'm going to color this way and this way, because there seems like there's a little tiny bit of extra going on. Who knows? It's a big area to fill in. Let's see how it goes. But again, it's supposed to be a little bit muddly, so I like that actually, hey? Now, I almost don't even know. I'm going to let it dry a little tiny bit, which is opposite of what we usually do. And what other colors do I want? So, drinking game tonight, the girls think, ooh, I won't have lost anything. And I might not. What was I drinking? Oh, the martini, I told you. And I don't feel like I finished my other story either. Oh, I know what I want. I want a pink one. What I should be thinking is, what other colors do I want to drink? Sorry, not drink. Okay, yeah, maybe I was. Oh, there they are. So this is the drinking game. When I go to look in the old place, I'm in the process of cleaning, and I do have to say the process because I have so we pulled just about every single thing out of my craft room, and it's in the rest of my house at this point. Yes, does it sound crazy? Yes, it is. That's okay, because I am thinking about what I actually need back in my room and what can go. Things are getting shipped out. I doubt very much that I sold a very old stamp set today and added like 4 pounds of like notes. So stamp, and inside when she opens it, it'll be like full of little things, little cutouts and little extras, like all these kinds of things, right? Pardon my nails. I put them on, and then I didn't put them on. I painted them, and they were like, I didn't clean them properly, so obviously they fell right off. Anyways, so I have loads of little tiny things. So definitely is a time if you're like, hey, do you have? If I have, you'll get extras, because I'm trying to get rid of stuff that I know shouldn't come back in here. Oh, and these two things should not be in here though. Magenta Madness. All right, so this is interesting. That's some old colors, man. Somebody was asking for, there's Berry Burst. Somebody was asking for, there's a dark. Mango and Calypso, no, I'm singing it. Copacabana, Coastal Cabana. And I was like, oh, I have those. They came out right when they very first started introducing these guys. They came out with 2 or 3 different colors that went just with like a set. So it was Halloween. And so there was these few sets. And that was one of them. And I'm kind of surprised, actually. I gotta look, but I don't have the right book. It's okay. I'll look in the old book for half a second. Just curious. They were looking for for Gorgeous Grape as well. And I was like, oh, yeah. So Gorgeous Grape, Crushed Curry, Mango, and you know what, though? I think a Granny Apple Green was the other one that we got. Oh, and Coastal Cabana. Oh, sorry. But there was a green one, I thought. Anyways, long and the short, I bought it. And I haven't actually used it quite as much, but they're all my favorite colors. So I'm like, I don't know why I haven't used it, is I guess what I'm trying to get at. Anyways, I'm going to color this guy. I'm okay if it goes around. Ooh, these are definitely brand new drinks because they are right up to the rim, which is nice. What did I read the other day? And somebody said, it doesn't matter if the glass is half full or half empty, so long as you can refill it. I think it was something like that. If I can find it again, I'll write it down on the thing so I'm ready for it the next time. All right, so this is my fun. And this remained modeled, so I love it because it's very murky. Fantastic. So I can do the ice in black. I think that will work. I kind of like the idea of having it white like these guys, but we'll stamp them in black and see what it's like. Like I like this, hey? But that's going to be like either a resist or white embossing powder. And I'm not sure if I'm quite into that. So I'm going to bring in those ice cubes. Oh, and they're so tiny. Why did I think there was more than 2 of them? Oh, you know why? Because in the drinks, there's more than 2 of them. So I think they'll look quite nice in black. I'm going to bring that in. So I went to the play. It was very good, just to finish off that story. Theater. We had, the girls came over. I went with a handful of ladies, and they came over beforehand, and we had martinis beforehand. It was quite fun. Okay, I'm going to pull this in here and see how they end up putting these in here. So, boop. Oh, it's very dark. That's okay. I'm going to turn it around and go boop. Ooh, nice. And they definitely, the one thing, ice would never stay at the bottom of the glass. So you've got to start at the top and go down, actually, if you're not going to have full. I'll do that with this other one. Because ice always floats. So for realisticness, you got to come down from here. You know what I'm saying, eh? You know what I'm laying down. There we go. So tomorrow is May 3rd is scrapbooking day. And we also have some fabulous scrapbooking stuff. So it's also a beautiful day. So I'm not going to do an impromptu live at all, but I could. Okay, full truth. As you guys know, I often just cut out. And I'm going to. So as much as I do love all those papers, I have to say with the, oh, you know the other thing, there's so many things to do with this bundle. Okay, this should be the first thing on your list for sure. And in fact, I think we should play with this. I think everybody who would like this and wants to play, I think come June, we should be playing with this in a club idea. Maybe on, I should come up with a date so that you know. All of it would be recorded on unlisted video. Not recorded, because that's crazy. Nobody really wants to see a whole bunch of people babbling. It's not as fun if you're not actually there, I don't think. It's a little different just watching this, and as I'm babbling, you can fast forward and stuff. But the techniques, so we'll play and play and play and play with this. We did this last summer, and honestly, we quite loved it. And this set, I think, has a lot of options in playing and fun. So if you're buying this bundle, we'll figure out something. So if you're buying this bundle, demo or not, but would like to really explore it with me, send me a message and say, hey, I am interested in whatever the heck you're talking about, and we will build a fun thing. That's sometimes the timing, and I've already got my Wednesday night gals, and if it's only them, well, then we'll just go ahead and do that on Wednesday. But we are going a slightly new band, and you can join that one too. Wednesday nights here, it's I need to stamp some of these guys as I'm talking, so hang on. It's and I think I'm going to see if I can put these in here. I might have supposed to have been to cut it out, but let's see how this goes. Maybe I'll figure this out. So basically, I like to explore and help you guys use your stuff the best that we can to boot. And I'm wondering in this case if I should stamp this in a greeny color, and I think I will. So it's mint. Mint is dark, so I'm going to stamp it actually in shaded spruce. But yeah, touch base with me, because you can order from another demo to take advantage of classes that they offer with that, and it can work out. We've done that before, and it works. So. And if you've already ordered this on a pre-order and you're like, oh, dang, well, we can work something out. Like you can order something else in lieu of, so long as you have it, then we can do it in lieu of. In this case, this is a pretty specialty one. Last year, we wrapped up the summer program, summer camp, I'm looking for, okay, so you can have a drink. Okay, the drinking was, if I went back to some place where something was, and it has a new home and a better home, or else I wouldn't leave it there kind of thing. But it's not a habit home yet, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to color this with Granny Apple Green instead of the other one and see what it's like. Let's see what it's like. It might be dark enough. You know what? It's kind of not. So let's bring in the shaded spruce light one. And let's see what it's like to color over top of it. Perfect. You can have a little drink. You can have a cocktail drink, okay? So maybe you guys are all writing that and you're like, yep, we know, we're on to this, Laura. We're on to it. So if I go back to the old home for the next couple weeks, that'll be a fun drinking game. Because Granny Apple has a fair amount of yellow and it's quite changed that, but that's okay. It'll work. When are our leaves ever the right color anyways? The other thing, why I say that is because I sort of lost a little something too. So we used to play a drinking game as well. Okay, now that one's going to have that. And this one, a blue one, could have a little lemon. Yeah, there's all sorts of fun things we can do. So now the lemon, I think it can also be stamped in. I just about lost this whole darn thing. That would have been bad. I might have that handy. Oh, all right. And you can have a drink because I lost my lemon lolly. It's just not been put away. Not too hard. Just not put away. Oh, here's this color. It is called Secret Sea, not Sea Sky. Bear with me while I figure out my names. All right. Tomorrow is scrapbooking day. So maybe late at night I will do some scrapbooking with something that we have here nowadays. Oh, lemon lolly is not quite dark enough actually. Hang on, I gotta get Daffodil Delight into the game here. And you can have a drink because these, so I have, because 23 years, right? Hi, Keisha again. I have old stamp sets and I have the new ones. I have two kinds of storage and I moved the one storage about 2 feet. And although you have to walk right past it, what I'm trying to say is essentially I was not going to the right place. So you could have a drink if you're playing that game. All right. This one here, that'd be white. I guess just this is yellow. I have to say, this lemon lolly, I don't know if yours does this, but it's like the paper makes it go. And I think I always thought that it was because I was actually coloring around the black. There's no black here. I feel like there's a blue dye in our paper that the lemon lolly picks up. Again, 23 years demo. We had a yo-yo yellow, it was called. In fact, I think it's just over there on my desk because I was playing with it with the kids the other day. And this I should definitely cut out as a circle. It's always a good idea to cut out. But I'm being lazy again. Sitting here. I went for a walk after with my dog after I already was golfing, walking. And it's hot. It was hot. Yo-Yo Yellow used to clean our stamps. If we'd stamped with black back in the day, not the Memento black, but our Stampin' Up! Had a black. And it would clean the black off the stamps. In fact, it was pretty much of such a neon yellow. And I don't feel like we had daffodil right off the bat, but maybe we did. We had a softer yellow too, probably daffodil. Maybe daffodil's been around forever and ever. But the bottom line was, we really didn't use that. And then there was not pixie pink. What is that other pink? Is it right there or is it outside? I brought up from downstairs Brilliant Blue, a really, 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 really bright pink, like all neon colors, even though it wasn't the 80s anymore. So I joined in 2001, right? And I waited for the new ink pads. And I have to tell you, in the future, I will definitely be stamping these. Okay, the one advantage with me cutting, the die on this one isn't going to have this, but I'm going to. I'm going to cut that out because I can. So I just cut right through. And then when you put it in, you never know it's glued down. I'm more concerned about that funny color than anything else. Okay, and that might actually help stick it in the glass. So I have to have it in the glass, but it has to be there. And since it's not vellum, what to do? I think what I'm going to do is go this. I think I'm going to slice. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. So we can't see the stem in the liquid, but it definitely does go through. And this is a very thin connection, but I do need it to be snipped right there too for my happiness. You're like, Lori, you're kind of crazy. I want that to be over top and to tuck that one back down. All right, so I guess I'm crazy. And then the really easy lemon squeezy is to just snip it. And then you're just going to stick that on like that. And that's, I think that works okay. Now, would you on a glass see that? That's my question. That's the question of the day. Who knows how to make love stay? Oh, that looks nice. And I don't know that you would see the other side of it in the glass anyway, so I think that probably works. Probably works. Okay. Option of that, of course, is to stamp or not to stamp. No, I'm just teasing. So now I'm curious. Now I'm just literally playing to get ready to play. And I would love for you to come and play with me. We had really, really good time. We used, and we fell in love with our sets and we used them. We made like, so it was supposed to be summer and we were supposed to be kind of relaxed, like because summer's crazy already, right? And so we were kind of like, oh yeah, we're not gonna take it. No, I'm just teasing. We were like, we won't be too crazy. We'll pay attention. Let's see if we have some lemon in here. So I will be cutting this out, but I'm going to do this because I want it not to go outside and I just want to have half. Nice. Nice, Lori, nice. All right, and then we'll do some of those little ice cubes. And oh, I think I will stamp the mint on this one too, and we'll make like a mint. And I'm going to do the black ice cubes again anyways. See how that goes. And I think we can go over top. No, I'm going to go up top here. And that's all I'm going to do there so I can really see that. And then bring in the mint. And see what happens when we do the mint, because I'm curious. Are you curious? I hope you're curious, because otherwise this is really boring for you. Some of you might already have this set and you've been playing for a week already, and you're like, Lori, you're still behind the times. Oh, that isn't going to work. That's okay. It will in a way. I'm going to stamp it, and then I'll have it as well above it. I'll basically use that one again. Okay. All right. Speed it up, Lori. Speed it up. Okay. So like I said, tomorrow as you're playing with your Stampin' scrapbooking, there may be things that you want to do. With the new rewards programs, you don't have to store up for like crazy. With our Canadian minimum shipping, I kind of have reached a nice spot like anything over $60 is fine in my mind. It's worth the shipping. So we have a $10.95 minimum shipping or 11%. So if you're over $100, woohoo, you've paid for it kind of thing. But if you're under, you kind of are like, oh, I'm paying $2 extra. Yeah, but you're paying, but you've got it. It's coming. It's on its way. One huge advantage to not doing like a giant order each time is that you play with what you're receiving. And like I said to you guys, I had the Blends Club going for a couple, 3 years. And it was so fun because people would buy 5 blends. Very, very often they would buy 5 blends and they would buy another quick 5 blends kind of thing. But then they'd wait 2 or 3 weeks and they would see what were they coloring with? What did they need? Where was the holes? And they had fun coloring. Do you know what I mean? So I enjoyed that personally. Okay, I'm going to think that this might work. We'll see how it goes. And I don't need to cut out this hole this time because I'm going to have that like that. What color will I make this? I'm going to make it a lemon lolly, actually. And we'll just go quick over top here. Oh. This is a wimpy bad. Let's get a different color. What color is this one? So saffron. That is not a proper color. Daffodil Delight. What was I saying? I don't even know, you guys. Anyways, if I can help you, let me know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come and play with us. Oh yeah, it's better to buy smaller amounts. And you have 1 year to use your rewards. So if you want, you can save them up. All right, I'm going to have to come to the edge here because I did with that thing, but that's okay. I don't have to fill it all in. That looks like a tall drink of lemonade. Tall drink of, what is that? How's that song go? Tall drink of, not the song. I haven't sang for a while, actually. Okay, went to Footloose. Was singing last night. Was surprised by the soundtrack of Footloose. Had to look it up. Was so surprised. They had, and in fact, one of the songs, I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, so they're just doing songs from, like, this isn't the sound. I said, do you have the soundtrack? How did I not buy the soundtrack? It is all the best songs from the 80s, ladies, like crazy. So what I'm thinking with this is now this slides in here. Oops, I have to color this though. And it's just going to fill right in here. Lovely. I will cut this off. This seems weird. So when I've got this, I do cut always right to the top of it. And then that sometimes works. So then I'm just going to go like that. Super cool, hey? All right, I like that. I'm going to put just a little dab of glue on there. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right here. So we're set with that. Oh, there it was. The one song I could have sworn, I literally was like, this is from Top Gun. And I Googled it and there was a video with Top Gun, like all the Top Gun stuff. I Need a Hero. Now, would you say that was from Top Gun or from Maverick maybe? Yeah, but it's not. What? I cannot find anywhere that it's from the Top Gun. And yet if the first thing you do if you Google it, there is a video. There's 2 videos that have the song and it has Top Gun images, like literally like clips from Top Gun. But it's not on the anywhere in the soundtrack. I even Googled, read it and said songs that are playing in the background, like on the jukebox. So I was like, yeah, so that's where it's going to be. For whatever reason, they're not giving credit to poor Bonnie. And who knew that was Bonnie Tyler? Like Total Eclipse is I Need a Hero. Anyways, I Need a Hero is from Footloose. So is Let's Hear It for the Boy. #1 song choice last night by the little gal who I'm so proud for. Her dad is one of our yeah, so this is on the outside of that, which makes sense. That's the way it would be. And then having a straw would be really handy right there, just saying. All right, so there's our little drinks. I'm not really thrilled with this drink. Maybe I'm just going to go with those 2. Okay. All right, now what was I going to do with these? That's a good question. What was I going to do with these? I had an idea a long time ago. I was going to try one more thing. And since I'm in trial mode right now while I'm thinking in my brain, I love this page. This page just makes me happy, just happy. So this one, because of that color, I don't like that color together, even though that probably all goes together. There's purple all in here. Look at that yummy drink. So do we have a fruit? We have a strawberry. Oh, there is. Look at that. There's a little tiny blackberry there. Ooh. Do you see the blackberry? So you muddle blackberries. I'm so excited. We're going to have some fun. Okay, what I am curious is this one here. Let's see if I stamp right over top of this in black. Or I'm curious of other things. But so we can just cut it out. Oh, you know what? You kind of can't just cut it out because the top won't have anything. It'll be like a floating blob. So you totally have to stamp these. You guys are all like, yeah, we know, Lori. Oh, all right. Am I flat? Yes. Oh, but you need to know where you're going. So I could have a little edge, or I'm just going to stamp up and give her. I love this. And then I'll just cut it out. Nice. Okay, so you absolutely. I was thinking it was just fun to die cut it, but honestly, it's not. And you can do it either way as well. Whatever side, whichever way you feel. There's a little bit of a roundness, so I think this is the right way. But if you feel like this would be the better with the color more up top, go for it. Because you know you can make sunsets and sunrises. You know that one kind of drink? Yes. You're like, no, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about, Lori. All right. See what time it is here. What am I doing? 8:51. I'm doing okay. All right. So I'm going to throw in a little something. Hang on here. I do like this paper. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay. Hi, Anne. Hello, Debbie. I don't know if you guys were talking very much or not. Okay, I'm going to cut this little piece to 4 by 5 1/4. I'm actually going to do it 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to see if really handy, and hopefully, because I have enough pieces here to sink a battleship, so it'd be nice if I really had a piece. Hold on, I'm just digging around over here for a few seconds. I'm trying to save myself some cutting, or some coloring, or some anything. Ooh! That'll be for another day. Come on. Okay, what other songs was there? Of course, Footloose, and a couple serious songs. There was one more that it was like, really? That's not what I'm looking for. I don't think this is going to work. That will not work. So this is why I'm having trouble not just throwing all of my bits and bobs away. Because when I want them, can I find them? No. Can I say? I cannot. Oh, this will help. Okay. We got lucky. Not completely lucky, but partly lucky. Sorry I was gone forever. All right, so this is the DSP from this thing. This is a die cut that I had and another little circle because we need to land this on something, obviously. Needs to be grounded. And we could just have one, actually. It might be okay, too. Maybe I'll just do the one. And I think I need the circle to be bigger. I'm pretty positive. I was just hopeful. But that being said, I do have circles galore. I know where they are. Just 1 second. Are they the right color? Not necessarily. Let's see. What have we here? What have we here? And again, since we're on the week of vellum, vellum would be really fun here because you'd still, like I say, you don't lose all that prettiness. I will be cutting out another one in this color because I really like this color. This paper is paper. Yeah, so it's kind of a soft blend, but you kind of need to ground your cup. It needs to be on a solid. Okay, full disclosure, the double there is a little interesting, so I might bring in, instead of having the sprig of mint, because I already got a leaf, I might bring in my lemon here. Come on. Okay, perfect. Bring this down. Often you don't have a whole lemon. You have a wedge of lemon, and I think that'll be nicer actually. I feel like that's more believable. Okay, and then some words. And this does have some words. The cheers, it's your day, really tiny, let's celebrate. Like so tiny. I know that was one thing that when I was looking at this set, I did wonder, hello, why is that so tiny? Interesting as well that they spread this out on the images. They squashed this all onto this page. It's an unusual size. I don't know why they made those words so small. Because they go inside, I guess. So they don't go inside the skinny one, but they can go inside of the cup. Interesting. Cheers. All right. I'm going to do that cheers actually because I want it to be a little bit bigger. Because I need it to be right here, hey? And I'm going to do it in Berry Burst, which my Berry Burst is an old color for me. I believe they took Berry Burst away and then brought it back again. I kind of feel like it was an in color and then brought back. So did I finish all my stories? Did I finish all of what I started? I just went around and around in a couple circles, I feel like. So important thing, and if you're kind of like, well, I really wanted this thing and it's on the last chance. And I thought about doing it and then I thought, now I'm thinking, oh, well, if I'm going to get $14 back if I buy that bundle right now, and it wouldn't be quite, but okay, pretend you're at like 56 between two things or something. And you're like, oh, that's just below what Lori says is smart. Well, it's up to you what's smart. But aside from that, I don't know if I want this cut. I actually, as soon as I did that, I was like, wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait 1 second here. Sorry, I'm just going to do that again if I can find the stamp. Okay, you can have a drink. I actually want to do it on a straight. Here we go. But add a pack of your favorite cardstock because cardstock's going up to $20, you guys, and you'll save $4. So between the double and the so right off the bat you'll save like $6 in a way towards something new down the road. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know why. All right. I wanted it to be bigger. It needed to be bigger on this one. You know what? I think I can put this in here and it'll be okay. Because it's really, I want it to be this color, so that'll give us a better idea. Oh, and there's 9 o'clock bells. That over there, that like that, that like that. And another little piece of lemon could be just right down here. All right, so that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not great. Hi, Fran. It's not great, but it's not bad. Needs a little tiny bit of work. And I have a Berry Burst here. And I am Lori LaRose, in case you were wondering. Score that little guy. Put this on here. Oh, yeah. That's your card for today, you guys. Dun, da, da, da. Yay! School! So that's, I know at one point I was about to tell you, I don't say cheers, I say school as a good Norwegian. All right. Thanks, Elizina. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh my gosh. I hope that you learned a little bit today. Woof. It was a little bit super fun though. I love this set. I think the potential, like I said, we're going to be playing and making lots of these things. The question will be, who will we give all these good cards to? Hey, my girls are always like, woo. Yeah, this is so fun. What a nice summer way to touch base with people and brighten their days, hey? All right, I will let you guys go. I will see you Monday night live at 8. It is going to be great. I have an idea that I don't know quite where else to do it, so I'm going to do it here, unless something crazy is going on Monday that I don't know about, which I don't think there is. I'm going to make a fancy fold with you guys. We'll see how it goes. All right, I had to go look at my thing. There's a golf opener on Monday night. That's why I was like, oh, well, maybe I want to do it a little simple one. Anyways, all right, you guys, thanks. And hi, hi, Kathy. I will see you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.